Welcome to this video. In this video I'm going over about our team structure we currently have, and also go in detail about every position, what she or he is responsible for, and also a few systems and strategies we use to keep track on everything. As you can see here, we are currently at a volume of 25 to 30k a day, so almost $1 million a month, and I think you should be good to go with that structure to go to $1 million a month. But I will cover as well in this video how we hired and what were the positions we hired first, because that's also very interesting for people who are starting out. Let's dive into it. I will just start with the with the viewpoint of our current situation, and this is it. We have we're currently Shopify store. We have here I made some notes here, as you can see. I will leave them open. I will send you the Miro map and you can check them out by yourself, but I will just go over everything quickly. We have a VA for building our brand on Amazon, because we're spending almost 12 to 15k a day on advertising, and we found out that we have a very high search volume on Amazon. And we thought to ourselves okay, let's send some stock there, let's test it out, and let's collect money organically, because we don't want to scale right now. With scale I mean scale to 10k a day. We are currently doing 3k a day on Amazon, but with $400 to $500 ad spend. So we are very profitable because a lot of people are searching us on Amazon, because we spread our ads on Facebook, Google, Snapchat, and so on and so forth. And we have one VA that is only doing that is focusing on everything regarding Amazon, preparing stock, telling us when we should order new stock so we never go out of stock, trying to get the listing as good as possible, good reviews and stuff like that. Also good product page, very important. So this guy is really focusing only on Amazon and doing the best he can to make our listing as good as possible. And there are many different pricing points you can use. Maybe we're lucky. I can just tell you what we negotiated a deal with, because we were new to Amazon and we had no idea. So our thought was okay, we need to hire really a person that is far above us, and that's what we did, because we don't want to learn it by ourselves in the beginning, because it takes a long time and we would make a lot of mistakes, which we don't want. We want to build this business as fast as possible. So we hired a guy that is far above us. We negotiated a 10% profit share, and he's covering everything right now. And me and my business partner, what we are doing right now, my business partner is focusing on Amazon and he is learning from him. That's a very, very important message or advice I could give you. Maybe some people think completely different, but in my opinion, at the stage where I'm at right now, I would never learn a skill from scratch, because it takes so much time and I would make a lot of mistakes. So what I do, or what we do in our business, when we, for example, hire new people, or when we want to expand to new opportunities, we always hire good people, and then we learn from them. I have here a general tip, and you can read through it when I send you the Miro link, but it's the same process what we do. For example, we have an email agency and we have a conversion rate optimization agency. And what we typically do, and what is, in my opinion, the best way to do when you want to build everything in-house, and that's our long-term goal, because when you have everything in-house, it's more valuable, then your brand is more valuable, because you're not reliable on different agencies. Because when, for example, email agency goes out of business, you don't know what you do with email, for example. And that's why we always want to build everything long term in-house. And what we do is, for example, we hire a really, really good email agency, and then we hire a guy on Upwork and tell them, look, the next 3 months you are going to learn everything from the email agency. You are going to watch what they do, how they do it, what the systems are, and how they prepare everything. And after 3 months, in general, we kick the agency. But that's not what we do all the time, because there are also agencies where we're very happy with. But that's the best process, what we do. It's the same with Amazon. We are doing it. We hire a guy that is much better than us. We learn from him. And when we do that, we don't make as many mistakes. And after a time of 3 to 6 months, you're good. And then you can cut this agency and you don't pay that much. Because generally speaking, an agency is much more expensive than a guy in-house. And that's the same with a conversion rate optimization agency. We see what they do. We really try to understand the systems behind everything, the thought process, the strategy, and then again hire a guy for 2 to 3 months, tell him, look, cover everything what they do, communication, everything, learn. And after a time where we think the guy is comfortable, or we know that he can handle it on himself, then we again kick the agency. And that's, like, in my opinion, the best way to expand your business, especially when you have no idea for specific things. In our case, like, we are on Facebook, Google, Snapchat, and we are currently trying to go on TikTok as well. But I've never run ads on TikTok. I have no idea how TikTok creative should look like, because I don't have TikTok. And so it doesn't make sense for us to really learn everything by our own. So we are hiring a very good guy on TikTok, learn the strategies. Again, one person in the business is focusing only on TikTok and figures out how the creative should look like and stuff like that. And then after a few months, we'll leave the agency and have everything in-house. That's our typical thought process about everything. That's the Amazon part. Like, we have like a head of support who is responsible for support emails and for chargebacks. And below that position, we have again one VA only doing emails and one VA only doing social media comments. Why we separate it? We separate those two because, like, we want really one person who is really good at one thing, so we can really maximize our output. And what's very important for the VA for social media comments, we really try to engage with all customers who comment on our Facebook ads. For example, we ask them the questions, for example, like, hey, can you show us a picture using our product and stuff like that. So we really want to make like build like a community on the ad, like, because like when you do it, there will be a lot of engagement on your ad and your CPMs goes down because like Facebook thinks this is a very good ad and a lot of people like it, but you are just like communicating with them and you're making like a forum, something like that. And this is our whole support structure. So 3 people doing support and 1 is responsible for the whole support structure. How do we measure support? We measure support like with Gorgias. Gorgias is an amazing app, can get expensive when you scale to a high level, but it's totally worth it. And it's also easy for me as a business owner because like I really try to focus to have like everything measured in every aspect of the business. Like support with Gorgias is really easy. You have like a customer satisfaction survey, you have like response time, you have like a resolution time, and with all those metrics you can really see if there's a steady improvement week over week or if you're declining, for example. And Gorgias is also very good. For example, when you're dropshipping or something like that, you can really figure out if your supplier makes shit, because when this customer satisfaction drops and your response time is the same or your resolution time is the same, there is probably the chance that something is wrong with your product or anything like that, or longer shipping times, or I don't know, but chances are high that your supplier fucked up. And that's how we measure like our support tickets. what's really important for us, maybe that's not important for all of you listening, but what we try to achieve on the support section is like first response time within an hour. And that's not necessary, but we want to give a customer a really, really safe feeling. That we really respond very, very fast. And that's the goal for support in our case. Then what I would recommend is a head of logistics who really takes a look about stock, about everything, also is in communication with the supplier or manufacturer and with the head of support. Because, for example, if some shipments are delayed or if there are any cases, this person is responsible for telling the head of support, listen, reach out to those customers, tell them that there could be a delay and apologize for that in advance. And that's typically the process. That's typically it. This person is also responsible if a product is out of stock. Then in Shopify, the person, the head of logistics makes every product out of stock when it's out of stock and restock the products if they're again in stock. And then let's come to the most important part of business in-house. We have a creative strategist, we have a Google media buyer, Facebook media buyer, video editor, and graphic designer. I will go over every position one after another. Like, what is our creative strategist doing? The creative strategist is in communication with all of the people below, but everybody in this whole section is communicating with everyone because it's the most important part of the business, because without marketing, without good creatives, you will probably can't sustain a specific scale. Our creative strategist is responsible for reaching out to influencers or UGC creators, like really the right UGC creators, because she is selecting the right people for our business who should represent our brand in the ads. She's also responsible for she's also responsible for all our social media presence on all the platforms we are advertising. Like, she's posting every day on Instagram and Facebook. She's uploading a reel on Instagram, YouTube Short, and TikTok. And I think she prepares it once a week, and then it takes 30 minutes a day to post it, because like a reel, for example, or a TikTok video, you can post on YouTube, you can post on Instagram, and it's not a very hard process, but that's also what she's responsible for. She's also responsible for scripting everything. Like, when we have a weekly meeting and we discuss what we want to achieve in the next week, and we speak, for example, okay, we want creatives that are very summer stylish, because like summer is around the corner. So she scripts like ads for the creators she has picked out before, and then she sends the script and gets the creative 5 days later, because like we have a lot of Twitter UGC creators that already have our product, so our creatives come in very fast. And that's her position. And Google media buyer, self-explanatory, like doing Google ads. Facebook media buyer, the same. And just like communication between all of those three is very important, because like when, for example, Facebook media buyer says like, okay, creative 125 is performing really well, creative strategist takes a look, sees, maybe we can make a few variations out of this creative, tells the graphic designer or the video editor, look, this is doing well, make changes. Change the hook, change the copy and stuff like that. Video editor is doing like 3 videos per platform a day. Generally speaking, 3 videos on Facebook, 3 videos on TikTok, like 6 creatives a day. Graphic designer is doing between 5 to 10 image ads a day. So you can guess it's around like 11 to 16 creatives a day. Let's make it easy and say 15 times 5 is 75 creatives from Monday to Friday, because on weekend they don't work, but 75 creatives a week we test. And yeah, that's the reason why we can sustain the scale, because we always try to focus to get new creatives in so we can find a winner. Because like when you find a winner, for example, you will figure out really fast that in our case, like for example, we had 3 to 4 videos that made us 3 million. And the rest was just testing to find those. There are a few that are break even, that are a little bit profitable, but 4 bangers that brought in a lot of profit and a lot of revenue. And that's why this whole team structure is very important. And how do we keep track on everything about it? It's like we use Trello, but you can also use like Monday or Asana, just a project management software where you can really attach people to specific tasks and see how the progress is. And that's how we keep track on everything. And yeah, I mean, as you can see here, like at our current state, email agency and conversion rate optimization agency is not in-house in our case. But as I said at the beginning of the video, we are trying to get everything in-house long term. I don't know how long we will wait till we get everything in-house, but yeah, it depends on the performance of the agencies and also about the pricing. It's different from person to person, because like we made a really, really good deal with our email agency. So we don't need to hire someone in-house because they are so good. The relationship between price and output of them is like a win for us. So we really have to find a way to hire someone in-house that is cheaper than them. But we will definitely do it, because like our goal is to exit this brand, like, I don't know, in 1, 2, 3 years and make a lot of money from it. So we really try to focus to get everything in-house, and the same thing we're going to do with the conversion rate optimization agency. I spoke about all of those positions right now, but not about the CEO, you as an owner of the business. My position at the moment at the business is like really a firefighter. Like when there are problems, I'm the guy who solves like problems in all aspects of the business. Can be like creatives, can be like emails, chargebacks. I'm really trying to solve the biggest problems, because like the head of support solves the little problems for the support section. But if there are big problems, I'm going to take over, and I'm also taking a look at it. And it's the same with all the positions. Like if the marketing is not doing good, I will take a look at it and I will go over everything again, and I will discuss with the whole team what we can do to improve. But generally speaking, I'm in a very, very good position right now, because all the people that I have in the very important positions are better than me. So yeah, I should really not tell them what to do, so it should be the other way around. But I'm really, really good in communicating and building systems and structures, and I played soccer my whole life, so I can really communicate with people, and that's what my strengths are, and I know those things. So yeah, I put the ego aside and let them do their job, because I know they're better than me in the specific things, because they're doing it every fucking day. And my job right now is really to get us some big wholesale deals. So we are in a few shops in the US, also like trying to optimize the whole system, like get the monthly costs down, get the revenue up, because then we have more profit, we are more able to scale and stuff like that. That are my daily thoughts. And yeah, I'm currently looking for solutions of those. And that's the position I'm in right now, and that's how you should structure. And I think you don't need more people than that. And overall, I can tell you we pay around 30 to 35K a month in fixed costs. And we can do $1 million a month. So you shouldn't pay more than that. And that's a lean structure, and you don't need more people. You just need people that are really good and they can handle that volume and they can do very, very good. I think you can also go with this structure to 2 million a month, but you maybe need one VA for emails, but except for the support, because there would be a lot of tickets coming in. But besides that, I think you should be good to go. And yeah, that's the team structure we currently have. And yeah, that's for the people who are doing like a few bigger numbers. And now I will go over like all the things, all the hires, when they make sense. Like when we started out, what was the first position we hired? The first position we hired was like support, because I don't want to waste time with support tickets because they take a long time and they're not very, it's not an, how should I say it, like investment of time that brings a good return of invest. Because in the beginning, you should really focus on trying to build a business, trying to focus on marketing to get the, to get the business to scale, so you can really, hire more people and grow. So first position we hired was like a VA. Like when should you hire it? I think you should hire it like right away when you're doing like 500 a day to 1K a day, 100%, because you don't want to focus on custom tickets because it takes a lot of time and it's most of the time stressful. Second position we hired was like a video editor, because like in business, in e-commerce, you need really, really good creatives. So you need to hire that position because like you're limited with your time as well again. And I try to learn it by myself, like Premiere Pro video editing, and I'm not good at it. And I think I would need like 1 to 2 years to be really good at this, and then I can cut my own creatives that look amazing, but I don't want to spend the time. So second position we hired was a video editor because it's very, very important. Then we hired email agency and made a revenue share of 10% of email revenue, excluding the pop-up flow, so the welcome flow, because like when we drive a lot of revenue, pop-up flow will get a lot of, the Klaviyo will attribute a lot of sales to the welcome series because of, for example, a 10% off discount. But when you think about it, people would have bought anyway when you don't have a 10% discount. And then the whole revenue would be attributed to Shopify or Facebook, depending on what platform or you're advertising. And that's what we do, because when we do it like that, we say always, all the time, like 10 to 15% revenue share in the beginning from emails, excluding the welcome series. So the email agency, doesn't cost too much. And that's the third thing we did. Then we hired, like, when should you do it? You should do it also like when you're doing 500 to 1K a day, because like it will not cost you that much money when you exclude the pop-up flow, the welcome series and the pop-up. You should use a pop-up, but you should exclude the welcome series from the pricing. And important, or not important, but maybe interesting for you to know is like right now we use a monthly retainer, because like what we like to do right now is for every position in the business and also like agency we use, we do like monthly retainers because it's easier for us to plan. And it's also like, there are no surprises. For example, when you scale really high in a month, there is no chance that an email agency gets like more than 10K from us. That's something we don't want to do, and we think it's a bit high. So that's why we always do like retainers. But for the beginning, I would do like revenue share, because like, you won't pay them a lot, but they will build out all the flows, which is a lot of work. And in the beginning, it's cheaper for you. And that's it, to be honest. Like those are the four positions or business we hired in the beginning. What we did next was like hire a creative strategist. I forgot the graphic designer. Graphic designer should be like same, I think like at 3K a day. At 3K a day, I think you should have like a video editor, like someone doing the support, an email agency, and when you're good, like a graphic designer, because then you get a lot of great creatives on a daily basis. You should do the media buying by yourself in the beginning because you have to learn, and when you want to outsource it, you have to know if the person who you're outsourcing it to is doing a good job. Yeah, so those are the positions for 3K a day. And when you're at 10K a day, I think you could implement all of those, except like VA for Amazon is not necessary. You can do, but you don't have to. And conversion rate optimization agencies also, yeah, it gets interesting after 10K a day to 15K a day. Then I would suggest you to do it. But when you're at 7 to 10K a day, I would highly recommend you like getting a video editor, getting a graphic designer, also a creative strategist. But those two things I would outsource the last, because good people cost a lot. I know that they can bring a lot more profit in your business, but when you get your business to 10K a day on Facebook, you are generally doing good on Facebook. So yeah, it's just like if you want to get more time for yourself as a business owner. But those are more expensive roles, so I would hire them when you really are you have a business that is doing consistent numbers, and when you know, okay, I can hire those positions and still make profit. Yeah, and I think that is it. That's the whole structure we currently have. That's the structure which made it possible for us to scale to, I don't know, 1.3 million in 60 days, and also like over multiple seven figures in the last year with one store. And I think when Q4 is going to be good, it can be that we have like an 8-figure year. I don't know. If not, it's not a tragedy, but yeah, who knows? Let's see what happens. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you learned a few things. You found some interesting things in here. If you have questions about structure, also about pricing, how much you can expect every position to cost, like hit me up. I can help you with everything. Let me know what you think about the structure, and also let me know if you would change a few things and think that I do stupid on a few positions, because then I'm open for opinions and maybe change it in the end. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed it.